We won't get flagged, right? We keep doing it.
I don't know. Welcome to a special episode of Bahamarican. Like Brian said, this episode is just culture and vibes. I'm your co-host, Timmy.
And I am Brian Fonseca. We have a fuck ton of guests with us. Some of our favorite people who have been with us on the show. We already got comments coming in. It's game fucking 7, people. Game 7.
4. This is what you watch basketball for.
This is exactly why we're here. To my left, that is Tony Schwartz. Catch him on Pace and Spaces, maybe at halftime today, TBD, because he might be a little, liquored up by the time that rolls around. But catch him and Sean Rochester, who is to my whatever the fuck. Burn the boats right there on the bottom. I mean, if you're watching this, you know who he is. He's been with us a bunch. And we found Allana Tachauer. She's back. Joining us again.
You didn't find anyone. I'm honoring you with my presence. All right.
My presence.
Hey,
so
I think you said that last time too. Actually,
that's a nice Chicago little shout out. My presence is a present. Little Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
there you go. Love that.
All right, enough of that. Shit. Game 7. Miami Heat, Boston Celtics. Before that, Timmy has
before we let the culture dominate,
first, yes.
And hey, shout out to the Dragon, shout out to Goji,
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had to
there you go.
Really culturally,
Does it have the thing over the seat? Does it actually have
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. No, yes.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think the jersey does. We got to put that on there. But it's all right.
You mean
going.
The accent?
The tilde, yeah.
Of course, the Harvard educated writer over here.
Yeah, I forgot what it called. I should know that though.
You should. That's why I called you out on it.
I should know that.
But we have to pay the bills. So shout out to A Aggressive, an insurance broker agency that has been serving South Florida for over 15 years. They offer auto ends, homeowner ends, condo ends, life ends, and even retirement programs. They give free notary services to our clients. They represent all the ends in South Florida. You have a bad driver record? No problem. No driver refuse. So for free phone call, shout out to our homie Lynette, and you can see her information right there. That's the number. And thank you for Aggressive Ends. Now, dun, 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 dun. Okay, sorry.
I don't think we'll get booed off, but we'll be fine. But as we were talking about before,
I am so hyped.
Yes. Listen, people, this is exactly why you get the 1 seed this game right here. For the Miami Heat, you've been playing all season long to get the number 1 seed for this game, to have it on your home floor, Game 7 Eastern Conference Finals. We're going to kick it around, and we're going to take questions. Actually, we could just take this question right here for Phoenix. We'll just take questions the whole show if y'all come with good enough ones. So Phoenix starts us off. I'm going to throw this to Sean first. Tony, so that you could talk shit about Tony. Tony looking like Tyler Herro over here. Speaking of, any chance he plays. Do we think Tyler... Tony looks like post-game Tyler Herro. That's what Phoenix is saying. Do we think, Sean, we'll start with you. Do we think Tyler Herro plays? Do we think he should play? And should he, this is my question, I'm going to add to Phoenix if you don't mind, should he have a tighter leash? Because I think the last one is a definite yes if he does play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think he's going to play. I do think, it's a possibility if he takes a shot, he has a pain tolerance. That's where he should play. I feel like if he can go through the pain and be effective, I'm okay with him playing. If there's risk of him re-injuring, severely injuring, stuff like that, you can't put him out there. And there's no questioning his toughness in that situation. We obviously would love to have him out there. His offense would be a drastic help. I think he's like 2 or 3 points better offensive rating when he's on the floor. So, I know that's going to drop pretty soon here, probably when we're on the air. So hopefully, but if not, we have enough and keep it moving.
Allana?
It's tough because my first instinct is to say he needs to just buck up and play. But with that said, if it's going to cost him the rest of his career, we just don't know the extent of the injury. I don't even really understand when it happened. I don't know if you guys have clarification on that.
The last game he played, third quarter, when he went to take a mid, you saw where his foot kind of slipped and he pulled the groin. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he can work through it and just swallow that pain tolerance a bit and go, I would love that. But also, if it's a reoccurring problem, I'd rather have him sit and have us have him for the rest of his career. So I don't know enough, but I want to see him out there, obviously.
Tony, thoughts on your twin? You're getting worked in the comments, by the way. Like there's a few people.
It's really brutal. Like I just show up and start getting attacked.
He got the Miami fit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I did. I wore the glasses. I really brought it on myself. Look, I think if it's just a pain tolerance thing, at the end of the day, this team needs every single shot that they can get. And anybody that can go out there and play and create a shot needs to be on the floor tonight. Tyler was trying really hard to get into Game 6. We all heard the reports. We all knew how hard he wanted to play, or how bad he wanted to play. So now he's going to be given that opportunity again. But as we talk about this and we talk about, maybe forcing a re-injury or him being hurt longer, that's not worth it. We watched what hurt Lowry looked like on the floor, and that's not what this team needs right now. It's Game 7. Consistency is important. Continuity is important. Let's just put our best foot forward. So if Tyler's ready to go and he can play through pain, great. If not, then it's a no-go.
What else we have, Manny? I see a bunch of shit in here that's like just funny. Like we got Henry Torres saying, "Bro, I'm setting up my Jimmy Bucket shrine right now with candles and all." Send a photo. I actually want to see what that looks like.
I feel a Jimmy. Okay, so Smart, but we expected this. Smart and Time Lord will play. We expected that, but they
that's confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay,
just now, yeah. I mean, I think we all expected them that they'd play like that's, but.
I wasn't so sure about Robert Williams.
Bill Simmons, yeah, he had me thinking like about Robert Williams.
So he didn't come back in at the end of the fourth quarter. Sean, you tweeted out today like you weren't sure that he was going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, people took it like I was a sourced, credible person. Like people ran with that. I was just saying like I don't think he's going to play. So shout out to the people that think I actually have some sort of source.
I tell you, people don't understand your Twitter, man.
Yeah,
like,
man,
I see we got the Northeast sarcasm. Like
Brian, only you get me, man.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where I was just kind of like spitting it out there. But even if he's out there, he's only been playing like 20-ish, 25-ish minutes. And if he's ineffective because of his knee, hey, I mean, it helps us.
People are very excited to see Allana, by the way. I just want to point that out.
That's what she brought up for the extra,
And she almost didn't come. Look at that.
I almost didn't come because I was not told the correct time. Is that correct?
Well, I forget you're in the Midwest, but go press on to me, please.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you guys because Robert Williams was actually supposed to come back into the game until Horford hit that jumper. Do you think it would have made it? Because I've seen some Celtics fans saying, "Oh, if Robert Williams had come back in the game, Jimmy wouldn't have done this and that." Like it's bullshit. Like I don't agree.
Jimmy was going at him.
Yeah, it was garbage. It was garbage. I've seen the talk saying, "Oh, if May had brought in Robert Williams instead of Horford, Jimmy would not have scored that we did." It's garbage.
Here's the thing: the Heat won, the Celtics didn't lose. And that's period. So regardless of what the Celtics did, it was a wrap. Like Jimmy was winning that game.
Yeah. And also there was a comment that Manny put up about Kyle Lowry. Today is his 107th career playoff game. And when I was looking this up and sort of tracking this, we're not doing too many stats here today, by the way. But when I was looking this up and tracking this, he's like 20th or around 20th among active players. Al Horford, by the way, is 140, which is
he has
way more than I thought.
He has the record for most games and never making the finals, and that's supposed to be extended today. That record will not be broken.
Manny, what else we got? Roy will say he's gonna let you vibe today, Tony. So you have that goal for you. Celtics fans so insecure they watch the Heat podcast. I saw that, and Manny blocked them for 5 minutes. So you're out of here. What else we got? We got Mitchell Whittington. We will be crying tears of joy. Tears of joy or like tears?
Like levels of joy or actual tears of joy?
Which levels of joy or actual joy?
There's levels.
I mean, so let's get into the game a little bit before we get back into some more questions, because there's one thing I want to know, like not necessarily keys to victory, but for me, this feels like a role player game. This feels like one where Gabe, Max Strus, I'm actually expecting maybe more than most a good night from Victor Oladipo tonight. I'm expecting the role players to sort of step up in a way that we've seen them do throughout the year. And in the playoffs, it's been a little more wishy-washy, but it's the playoffs that is tougher. So, Tony, is that something that you foresee? And is that something that they need in order to win? Or could they get away with the role players being okay if Jimmy is able to carry them again?
Yeah, it just really depends on what the early story of the game becomes. Jimmy was able to execute so effectively after Al Horford got into foul trouble. Like, they are denying us every high post action that they can. When their bigs are in foul trouble, all of a sudden it's
Tyler Herro is warming up with the intent to play.
Speaking of role players,
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm here to hoop.
Brian, what the spell say? Either you live or you die.
yeah, no, either you win or you die.
Well, it's the same thing at this point.
Burn the boats, either you win or you die.
Burn the boats.
Tyler Herro is warming up with the intent to play. And look, it's a groin strain, so like it's sensitive. As somebody who strained his groin in high school.
Facts. And college. That shit hurts.
It's a lot of information on here, Brian.
Whoa.
Oh, if I told you the actual story of what actually happened.
I'm listening.
Probably something to do with a muffler too. At this
I mean,
point, right?
don't. Okay.
Michael Christian.
We are not bringing that back. What up, Michael?
No, they don't sponsor at the moment. They'll be back at some point. I didn't run them off though. It's just
I'm
that's
sure
above my
you
head.
did.
That's above. You got to take that up with Ethan. The pulled groin story, I don't think is gonna be like we don't have the time. But I can tell you that at some point we don't have the time. I could tell y'all, but all right. What else we got, Manny? We saw Michael Christian, our old friend, back. He said Jimmy's the MVP of the series, but PJ should get a piece of the trophy. Wait. And I'm sure Allana agrees with that. That's a callback that people won't
Michael
even
knows.
like. That's a callback that people won't know about properly. Nova Kane. Won't they just hunt him meaning Herro, I guess, even more with the injury? Sean, I think you were nodding your head. What do you think?
Who cares? If they want to play one-on-one and hunt people, that's great for us because it allows us to play our defense, load up on one side. They tried to do that last game against Strus. Now Strus is coming out and basically calling it out. Like, please come at me. I'm okay with it.
Let's go, bro. I love it.
Sure, Strus is getting after it too. Like, he's trying.
And we talk about Duncan in the same breath of like how he gets hunted. I think the thing with Strus is he's just so strong. Yeah. Like you underestimate how, like, not to PJ Tucker level or Jimmy's level, but like he can withstand and he uses his hands when players are still in front of him. Whereas Duncan uses his hands when players are going past him. And that's why he always gets those fouls, but it's a strength thing. And I think Tyler is getting stronger, but if they want to play that way, by all means, go for it.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
And we know Jaylen Brown can't dribble, so I'm expecting like at least like 6 turnovers tonight.
Yo, I think I put this in the group chat, but like last game, before the game, I was down like in the tunnel or by the tunnel, and Jaylen Brown's walking off the court.
I saw. Yeah,
I was like, "Yo, Jaylen, you can't dribble," and he looked up and smiled at me, and I was like, "All right, cool."
He did have turnovers that game.
I was pretty drunk.
He did.
Shout out to Biscayne.
Biscayne, baby. Oh man! All right, what else we got, Manny? What else we got? We can pull up. SRT,
no guts.
DRE.
No guts.
We didn't come all this way just to come this far. That's crazy.
No guts.
All right.
The team was built for this specific moment.
We've talked to some Heat fans throughout the day. I know I definitely have. Sean definitely has. Just like that are just shitting bricks all day. I'm like, yo, y'all aren't even playing in the game. Like, relax.
You're not talking to the right people.
And here's the thing, Alana.
Well, I don't talk to anyone.
That's why we had to find you to get you on the street.
I know
anyway.
It's hard, but I'm here.
No, but the point is, like, I think y'all watching this, if you're assuming that you're a fan of the team, which you probably are, enjoy this team because this is one of the best seasons that this franchise has probably ever had. Back in the conference finals for the 8th time in 18 years, has a chance to go to the finals again. This would be like 7 times since.
He has been there for 3 seasons. He might be there for 2 or 3. Like, come on, man.
Like this is not like if you said Jimmy Butler was going to lead him to 2 finals in 3 years, I don't even think the most optimistic of Heat fans would have been like, oh, that's going to definitely happen. So the fact that you're on the verge of that with the game on your home floor to do that, that's big. And I also just think the Heat are going to win today.
It's crazy. Like we watched 82 games this year. Most of us, we watched 82 games. Every one of those games mattered because every win mattered because we got to this point, to this very day, 2 hours before you get a game 7 on your home court. So fuck you all who said the regular season doesn't matter. Because it matters. It matters.
Yeah.
And I'm
this team too.
Go ahead.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm kind of annoyed because if he had won one more game, they'd have the home court over the Warriors. Literally, we lost a tiebreaker.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, but look, now
Just
you can't worry about that. Now you got to
Yeah.
worry about today. What else we got, Manny? What else we got in there? I see people arguing in the group, which is interesting. Chris John, can't wait to see what Spo pulls out of his hat today. Such a masterful strategist. Do we have any predictions? Like, do we have any predictions in terms of like what adjustments Spo may make?
Well, I was just going to say, I actually don't agree, or not that I don't agree, but I don't have the same feeling that you do in terms of the role players stepping up. Like, I think it's literally going to be the Jimmy show again. Like, obviously, guys will have to pull their own weight, but I don't know. I think it's like too important a stage. And I feel like Jimmy's so gassed and hyped up at this point that he's just on a roll. So, I mean, either way, a win is a win, but I have a feeling that Jimmy's going to take over again.
Shout out to all of the off-season work. Sorry, though. Off postseason work that Jimmy did in the Bahamas, just shout out to the work he put out in my hometown, it's going to show up tonight. But I just appreciate that everyone's playing on both sides, even if they have half a leg, half a finger. Everyone in the main rotation for both teams are playing, so there's no excuses. There can't be any Herro didn't play, Smart didn't play, Tyler didn't play. No, everyone who is supposed to be in the rotation is playing, and this is what you live for. Game 7, everyone goes at it.
I could see that, by the way, Allana. I could totally see that. Like Jimmy just gutting another one out. I don't think it'll need to be 47. Like I think, but if he gets 35, 40 again, it totally wouldn't shock me, because if there's any player I'm picking on the court in terms of who wants this the most out of a bunch of dudes who actually do want it, he would be the number one guy on this list. We actually have a donation here, so we're going to have to read this for sure.
And I was just about to bring up Bam, so this is perfect timing.
So thank you, Phoenix, for the $2. Manny, if you could put that on the screen, please. Thank you, sir. Phoenix says they're going to double Jimmy. How we get aggressive Bam? So I guess doubling Jimmy is a pathway to doing that. Allana, you wanted to get into that? I think we all want to get into this. The Bam portion of this.
I'm just so torn. Like, I have felt this way all season, and what's frustrating to me is that he can come out and he can shut everyone up, and then it goes away. It's like one game, the criticism gets super loud. He comes in, proves his point, and then what? Like, where have you gone? And I'm not trying to say that the defense is not like admirable and like something to be applauded. It is, but to me, it's just like you have to do more consistently, and I don't understand. There's no way that his teammates don't want that. There's no way Spo isn't calling for it. Like, he's capable of doing it. So what is it that like is stopping him? Is it that he doesn't want to be that guy? Is it that he just wants to like save it until like I don't understand it, and I haven't understood it all year.
It's very confusing. I don't understand. Like I have friends telling me, why are you playing Ben's Bam?
I literally got a DM from a friend saying, like, you realize he's Rudy Gobert, if not worse, right? And I was like,
wow.
That like literally
that's fighting
my
words.
soul.
Yeah. So my best friend said Bam Simmons, Draymond Adebayo. Like it was painful. It was painful.
Sean, I could tell you want to jump in. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I just think that like in a way we have somewhat of unrealistic expectations for him. Like we raised the bar too much too quickly. Like he needs to play better. I understand that. I think we would all agree with that. He needs to play better. But like I've seen people today talking about what he's going to do tonight, and I hope that he's aggressive. But we've seen him for now, 95 games minus however many he missed. He's not going to come out tonight and just start peppering them with 17-foot jump shots. Like he isn't holding it for Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think that's okay. Like make your impact on defense, make your impact rolling to the basket, make your impact posting up mismatches and getting putbacks. Like do that. And I'm fine with that. Like he is what he is. And I think he can be better, but like sometimes I've seen people call him like PJ Brown and all the stuff that Timmy said. Like, come on, man. Like he's a good player. He's a great player, to be honest with you. So like why we try to like shit on him.
I just want to see him try. Like I don't necessarily need him to do the stuff that people are unrealistically expecting him to do. And I've never been an unrealistic fan, in my opinion. It's just, to me, like the effort's not as consistent on the offensive side of things. And that's just where I don't get it. Like if I saw him being aggressive and trying, I think I would like let up a little bit, but it's like he's just sitting back and letting everyone else do what they need to do. And he's assisting in that, and that's great. But if he's the so-called future of our team, like I need a little bit more. And again, if he can turn it up to such a high volume after the criticism gets super loud? Like, why can't you do that night after night?
Tony, what do you think?
I mean, Bam came out and put Al Horford in foul trouble early, and that impacted the game more than anything else could have. Yeah, I just need him to put a stamp on the game. I don't care if it's shooting 17-footers. I don't care if it's playing some of the most excellent defense of all time. Well, please, Jeff, don't watch, bro. Please.
If you're telling the truth, that is. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah.
Proceed.
So it's just all about every single player that steps foot onto that court tonight. It's a game 7. There's no room for half-assery. Anybody who steps onto that floor has to make an impact on the game. If Bam just does it with defense and all the fans get pissed at him, I don't care. I'm in a finals. Like, I don't care. Just make an impact on the matchup. I would love, by the way, if he did what he did in game 6 on Robert Williams, on Al Horford, just drive him and see if the refs are going to call fouls. And if they do, you get some early fouls, our entire offense opens up.
Yeah. We have another donation here. Manny, let's get to this one. From SRT Dre again. Well, we got to that. Yeah.
Oh! Let's go.
Thank you, Tiz, for that. $1.99. All right. SRT Dre has one also. Says Bam.
No, man, there has to be something better. We appreciate the $1.99, but there has to be something better with you right now, with your time. Like, go outside and like walk around the block, like touch some grass, donate to charity, like take something to Goodwill.
Here's the thing. Like, here's the thing with Bam. Like, it's I agree.
Goodwill.
It's complicated because, like, for me, he's probably the best defensive player in the NBA. We can't take that for granted. The Hawks series looks different without him. They don't beat the Sixers without what he did to Joel Embiid down the stretch. They don't. I mean, shit, they're not this far in this series without his contributions. You know what I mean? Like, so that has to be taken into account. But offensively, yes, I would like to see them. I would like to see them get him more involved, and I would also like to see him just be more aggressive.
My thing is, if I've seen you do it once, I know you can do it, so do it all the time. If I've never seen you do that, and it's just us putting expectations on him, fine. That's an us problem.
Thank you, Maddie.
Please do.
I like, and that's the thing. Like, I don't need 16 shot attempts every game. You know what I mean? For me, it's all about like, can you get to 10 to 12 or something like that? And the main thing for me is like, I don't even care about field goal attempts as much as like, because one, he's a very good free throw shooter for a big man. And he gets to the line when he is aggressive at a good clip. So if you're getting to the line 6, 8, 10 times and you're getting, 10 field goal attempts, 12, that's enough. You know what I mean? That's enough. They don't need much more than that.
Huge.
And on a championship team, to me, if you're going to do everything he does defensively, switch on everybody and, guard the paint,
and run the offense.
Never mind being a rim protector. You're not even letting people get in the paint with regularity and do all those things. He can't be a number 1 option and do all that, because then you're just going to wear him out and he's going to be cooked by 28. So if he's a number 3 option, that's great. Now you have to determine if Tyler Herro is going to be that number 2, but that's off-season talk. Anyway.
I saw someone say he was 6-9 in 41 minutes. I don't care. I'm excited that he played 41 minutes, first of all, because I tired of damn minutes. My only issue with Bam last game, it was like maybe 3 minutes left. There was a missed rebound, and Bam hesitated to get the rebound. That's what I don't want to see. Don't be afraid to touch the ball under 2 minutes. That's my only thing, and I think that's Allana's point. Don't be afraid. I watched the ball bounce out of his hands into Jimmy's hands, and maybe if it turns over, we lose a game. So that's the only thing. Don't be afraid to rebound the ball and go back up. Yeah, I know that Grant Williams is in your head, and you can't move him for some strange reason. Like, I really want to see Bam destroy Grant.
You know who loves Grant Williams? Tony.
Yeah, you mean PJ
it's his
Light?
Favorite player.
PJ Light.
There is no.
Are the streets lying? Is that not true? That's what the streets are saying.
No human on this earth, okay, that I despise more than Grantimus Williams. Grantimus Williams is one of my least favorite basketball players I've ever watched in my entire life. I hate this man.
The vice president?
Yeah, Tony. It looks like zoom in on Tony again. It looks like Grant Williams could be hiding in that curtain behind you. I don't know what that bulge is. That could be Grant Williams.
Probably the wind.
That's his body type right there. That's the shape of his
AC?
body.
It's the AC, but that looks exactly like Grant Williams. I mean,
you know what's rough though is that he's a kid. Like, I didn't realize, because he looks like he's 48. Like, let's be honest. Like, this boy is like a boy, so it makes me a little bit sad.
He's gonna be PJ Tucker in 10 years.
Nobody in the SEC liked him. Nobody. No teams gave him good reviews. Coming out, he was
Good reviews.
I thought Admiral Schofield was going to be better than him out of college.
Yelp human reviews.
We have a $5 donation, Manny. Let's get to that one.
The W. The W.
Let's get the W. Victor Oladipo is getting 15 to 20 points tonight. But by the way, why does Tim A look like Lukaku with a Heat jersey?
I do not understand that reference.
Lukaku, the soccer player.
Oh.
Yeah. This is a funny ass reference. Allana, it's probably best that you don't laugh at that, actually. Let's keep
How many minutes do you guys think Herro plays tonight?
12.
I think
21.
I think so. It's difficult because I think his first,
Thank you. That's helpful.
Thank you, man.
I can see it. Yeah.
So this is where I think his first stint will be like 6 minutes. Tyler Herro.
Whoa.
What?
That's not what Allana meant.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
His first stint on the basketball court, playing basketball in Game 7, will be 6 minutes long. And then from there, I think they're going to gauge. I don't know if he hits 20. I really don't. Unless he has it going. But I think he's going to be on a short leash because you just can't afford. You can't.
Yeah,
it's Game 7. You really
it's
can't
touchy.
afford
It's
any
touchy.
mishaps. So
I want to fight. I want to fight this curtain now because I think Grant Williams is actually in there.
I mean, if he's there, then he won't be at the game. So that might be helpful. Where is this going? All right.
No, we're good.
Great.
Oh man.
All right. What else, Manny? What else? We are going to take you. It's only 7 o'clock. Well, 6 o'clock where Allana is, but 7 o'clock. So we got about 20-ish more minutes or so.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? How deep they go in the rotation? How many in a Game 7? You usually shorten the rotation. That kind of goes against what we've done well. How many guys play tonight?
Herro,
Gabe, Tyler,
Victor,
Caleb has to.
and Caleb. Yeah.
So basically, from last game, you're cutting out Duncan's 5-ish minutes.
Yeah.
I think
Nobody else played, right?
I think they probably are. Yeah, because they gave him the stint. Like if Duncan plays again, I think it'll be that stint. Which is a good question, Sean. Like I think that's probably it. But yeah, I think it's those 9, and I think Spo is going to lean really heavily on just who's playing well. And well, Jimmy Bam
Tucker is going to play maybe the whole game. Like Tucker is going to play some ridiculous minutes tonight.
Yeah, he definitely is. Any counters to that? No,
I don't think Duncan plays those 5 minutes unless Strus starts off poorly. That would be the only reason you would insert him, and you still might not have to. You just, I think they did that 5 minutes, see what Duncan has. I think he missed 1 or 2 shots. He really wasn't good, and then never went back to him. So
I think Strus, like he is made to be somebody who has a fuck you Game 7. So because he just has that in him, you can tell he takes shots,
especially after all the shit he's talked yesterday. Come at me, then. Come
yeah,
like
every single game. Every single game, I'm like, this motherfucker takes shots that I just wouldn't recommend somebody taking. But that dude's confidence is just next level.
And I think Allana was dead on earlier when she's talking about we're going to continue to get the things that we've gotten out of guys like Jimmy and Bam most of this series. So someone like Strus really coming on and giving you 12 points would be such a huge difference maker in this series right now.
And like something I noticed last game, but maybe people didn't really take notice too. Jimmy had a wide open fast break layup, but he gave it to Strus.
I was screaming at my TV. I was like, "What are we doing?
I was like,
what is this, Jimmy? Just go."
But for someone who was 1 for 14 for the last 2 games, like I know that was getting to his head. So Jimmy wanted to get his guy going.
Yeah, I get that. It's just I feel like tonight we cannot pass up on open layups from Jimmy at all.
Daniel Brown in the comments says Duncan goes 7 for 8 from 3 tonight. If you told me to pick somebody who would do that tonight, it would actually be Strus. Like I think that he's due a 5-6 3-pointer game. And it's dangerous on both sides because if Derek White has one or if Max Strus has one or whoever, like it can really swing things because these offenses are going to be in the mud basically the whole game. Go ahead, Timmy.
If White didn't have that game last time, it wouldn't end up been a fight. Like White had the 33 points, or something stupid, or something ridiculous.
And they shut down the 2 J's in the second half. They barely shot the ball at all. So I don't think that's going to happen again. But look, the easiest way to sort of, ease all the concerns about your late game offense, which hasn't been that bad in the playoffs, is to blow them out. So we'll see what happens. What else we
My
got, man?
favorite narrative with White is that he's a dad. Like, there's no other dads in the NBA. Like, have you noticed how many times they brought that up? It's like, I'm super happy that you have, like, made another human being, but do you know how many people have that under their belts? Like, it's so weird to me.
Yeah, they keep saying that.
He
shit.
missed game too.
He's a dad, a new dad. I'm like, okay, we get it. Like, he procreates. I do not care.
Yeah, congrats on the sex, Derek White. Matt for a better tomorrow says hope and Duncan the same way that we have hope and Bam. Anyone?
I don't really know what that means.
Okay, moving on. Jeffy Moto, thanks for the $5. All the games we won, I wasn't able to watch. Not watch tonight. You're welcome. Go Heat. I think you said that before, but thank you for doing it.
Thanks for the dono. Yeah.
Appreciate your sacrifice.
Yeah, saying it and then saying it with $5, two different things. Danny, and I say 17 turnovers against Boston wins the game for Miami. So forcing 17 turnovers, I guess, is probably what you mean. Look, I think you got to force some turnovers. Absolutely. That's one thing that I think they'll clean up from game 6, by the way. They turned the ball over, Sean. You're not in your head. They turned the ball over a lot last game, didn't they? Especially
in the first half, especially.
Yeah.
And that's, I think Danny asked a question right before when he said that. He said the key defensive stat for tonight, and I agree with him. I think it's turnovers. It's when we've turned them over, we've gotten into transition. We can score that way. When we turn the ball over, it kills our half-court offense. It gives them better opportunities. So I think it's more about turnovers than it is about rebounding. I think people go one of the two ways on that one.
Allana,
no one has mentioned Larry tonight at all. Nobody.
Oh, let's get to Kyle.
Do we think he actually does what he did last game? Because that was like night and day.
I think he's gonna be better.
Care to elaborate?
I think Kyle got his feet back under him, and now it's game 7, and he's gonna go off. I really think this is gonna be a Jimmy Kyle game.
Finally,
we got one last time, right? So it will be similar. Kyle had 18 and 10 last time. I actually do think there's a world where he's better. And he's been here. I mentioned it at the top for people who may have missed it. This is his 107th playoff game of his career that he's about to play. And he's about in the top 20 amongst NBA players in that. Jimmy Butler, by the way, if you're keeping scores at 96, tonight will be 97 for him. When they get to the finals, it'll be, he'll pass the 100 mark. So Kyle, all right, we're not doing that. Kyle Lowry should have a big game. This is going back to guys. This is where you play for this game all season long to have game 7 on your home floor. You get Kyle Lowry for this game also. This is why you paid him that money.
He had some really difficult 3-pointers. Level of difficulty of the last 2 threes he had last game. I was like, damn, no one else in this roster might have hit that. They are really difficult threes.
Yeah, absolutely. What else we got, Manny? Kyle Lowry did have some clutch moments last game, too. And he fouled out, and they still were able to finish without him. Medellin, Miami, Molina says this will be epic tonight for Jimmy Buckets. Bam has to also stop being passive, as we discussed earlier.
Facts.
Again, get just 10 to 12 shot attempts and mainly get to the free throw line. He can go 0 for 0 from the field and get to the line 22 times, and I'll be okay with that. You know what I mean? Just get to the free throw line. They need to drive. Get Boston in foul trouble. They haven't driven enough all playoffs. I've been screaming for them to not settle for too many threes and actually drive. If they do that, then their offense should be more balanced and it should be better for them. Tony, what do you think?
I think me and those sentiments are aligned with me. Bam doesn't have to do anything else but apply pressure, right? You have to find ways to generate space all over the court. One of the best things you can do for this offense is keep Robert Williams underneath the basket or outside of the play. Just get him there or completely on the other side of the action so he's not involved in the action. So when Bam's attacking, Robert Williams has to be conscious of that and start to hedge over to him. And if he's attacking Al Horford, he's putting those 2 bad 37-year-old knees that I guess he used up in the last round of the playoffs. He's putting those in jeopardy. So
yeah,
I want him going to the basket, putting pressure on players, bringing their defense tighter to the cup so we have more space to operate in the high post, which is where we want to be. And outside of the perimeter, our shooters can get better looks. So that's all I want from Bam tonight. I defense and pushing their defenders to the basket.
Candace H left this comment. I actually want to get you on this, Sean. This 2 words, Scott Foster. You posted the officials, so like the officiating crew. Does it matter tonight?
I mean, for tonight's, in this case, we have 3 head officials. So there's only, I think it's a pool of 6 to 8 guys that work as a head official from this point forward, second round forward. And we have 3 head officials. So we, in theory, have 3 of the best 6 to 8 officials, according to the NBA, who grades their own officials, which is its own different story. So that being said, last game, the officiating was terrible both ways. It was not good. It was not good for Boston. It was not good for Miami. So I would expect a better officiated game tonight, but there's nothing that unites NBA fans like Scott Foster. Boston fans right now think they're going to get screwed. Miami fans think they're going to get screwed. Somebody has to win this game. Scott Foster can't end it in a tie and he's the only one standing at half court with his hands up like this. Like
Thanos. But Sean made a great point. That's the first time I've ever seen 6 infractions on a 2-minute report. I've never seen 6. It's always 2, maybe 3. I've never seen 4 or 5. There were 6 infractions last night on both sides. That was a horribly officiated game.
Yeah, but he won, so I guess you'll take that. All right, what else we have, Manny? We have about 10 or so minutes, so keep bringing questions. We're going to get to them, and we'll keep our answers tight so we can get to as many as possible. Novocaine, we all know Bam runs the floor and then stops at the free throw line to look to pass instead of attacking all the way. I mean, look, another thing about Bam in terms of offense, we are seeing Boston, kind of like where Philly really tried to neutralize Tyler Herro during the course of last series. We're really seeing that with Bam in this series because they're loading up on him when he's going to drive. They have somebody waiting on a weak side pretty much all the time. It's hard. This is also why he does need to trust his jumper a little bit more, because he's going to need that, especially as a center who's 6'9", 6'10". You're going to go up against other big physical guys. He's got to be able to trust that.
So Ime Udoka is talking right now and said that the reason why Robert Williams didn't start the last 2 halves is because of more work on his knee. So I mean, if he really is hurting that much, if he's hurting that much, we have to go with him. Don't
shave the meniscus, bro.
Woo. Yeah, don't do the weight. Shout out to Tia Elliott in the comments. Though I'm not Trinidadian, I'm Bahamian. But if it's really that bad, you have to go at them. If Williams is that's ridiculous. And we talked about this offline. Do not shave it. I know Sexton, might lose some money because he did it, but you save your career. Sexton, I think it was Wiseman. They repaired it. Yeah, they might miss a year and a half. Yeah. But you might save yourself. You might be playing to the 35. Whereas Williams, I'm really not sure Williams will make it to 30. I'm really not sure.
Yeah. What else we got, Manny? Shaving the meniscus is tough, bro. Vanilla Wafers, creative name. I'm
not sure. Touch the grass, Vanilla Wafers. Go outside.
Hey, just touch the grass. Go back. Yep.
I will read the comments that's on the board. I'm not sure if Tyler's a plus, honestly, because he's been bad and they will hunt him on defense.
I will say Allana, my only concern here is that we kind of got used to not having him, and I do not like last minute. I understand that it's a professional team. You need to adjust, and we've been dealing with people being in and out of rotations all year. That's my one hesitation here. It's they kind of started understanding how to play without him, and now you're throwing him back. Makes me a little bit nervous, but hopefully that's not an issue.
Short leash is the way to go.
Well, shout out to our favorite pool party guest, Scott. If they actually use Herro as a decoy tonight, it actually works. Maybe we get the off the ball Herro game for once, and maybe that might be a little tweak that throws him off, because you always see Tyler with the ball and fix the play off the ball, but maybe we just get Herro off the ball while he has a groin issue.
And the thing about him too is there's almost nobody else on our roster that can make our crowd explode like Tyler Herro making big plays. Yeah, so if he can play well, that's just going to get that place going crazy.
Listen, he has that ignitability, which Spoelstra's talked about all year, and I hear it from my TV when I'm watching games. He comes in, and the crowd gets really excited when he's going to come into the game, because it's oh shit. Especially after a slow start, it's oh, now the offense is going to get going. If he has that, if he has any of that, then they'll be in good shape. But he has been struggling with that pull up all playoffs, and that was money for him this season. He has to hit that if he's going to play today, especially against this drop defense.
And it seems like Ethan's out the game because he's posting videos, but Tyler looks pretty good. Tyler looks pretty good in those. I mean, I know it's only shoot around, but he's
Ethan's
moving.
at the game, you said?
I'm seeing videos.
There's no time like the present to break a jinx, though, honestly.
Yeah, you know.
To be fair, he was there for championship victories and things of that nature. Like, they've won when he's there. It's just they've had some shitty losses when he's there also. So I think the jinx thing is a little overplayed because of social media, but what isn't overplayed in social media? What else we got, Manny? What else we got in the comments? Andil B says, I think I read your name right. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. Hero's presence is gravity, a la Duncan. If we turn it into something positive, that's what we hope for. Tony?
If they play him like that, yeah. I mean, last game was a 4-quarter adjustment battle. It was different quarter by quarter, how they presented coverages, how they attacked the drop, how they attacked the zone. So if they play him like that, there's a great chance that Tyler could be a decoy player. Sure. I would love it. If they trap Tyler in every action, yeah, let's just use him as a decoy player. But it just depends on how they're going to play him. I don't think there's any chance Tyler's getting trapped tonight. That's all Jimmy. They won't let Jimmy.
Andle.
I should know that. Go ahead, Tony.
I would say Ryan. Come on, man. You know.
Yeah. I mean, look, I didn't. Shit, I'm reading a name on YouTube. The fuck do I know? We got it though. Andale. We have like 250 whatever the fuck people.
Someone, I can't listen to ESPN anymore, and I have never been this person. I literally don't think I've like talked about the media at all year. I cannot take it anymore. It is so painfully blatant, and it's just like they repeat the same stuff over and over again. Like it's as if it's in their contract that they have to root against Miami at this point. I can't listen to them. It's really bad.
My favorite.
They spent the whole day on Friday talking about Warriors versus Celtics, breaking down the matchup all day.
That was insane to me. That was actually insane. You spent all day doing matchups.
See, I don't even care if they leave us out because I'd rather you just not say anything. But during the game, I'm just like, I don't know what to do because I don't have another option. Like I'm going to start just talking to myself in my room, in my living room, and just like I'm going to be my own analyst because I can't do it anymore. It's painful.
Spanish language broadcast. ESPN Deportes.
I don't understand a lick.
I'm trying. I'm getting better at it, but it's hard. They be talking fast. You know.
Yeah, Manny, that's not a bad idea, honestly.
All right, we got like 200. Oh, hold on. We have a donation here.
Screw them. I agree.
Look,
I like TV.
Yeah, and look, we're in the media in different ways, and I recognize this just from covering the NBA, like in general, broadly. A lot of people really don't get this team at all. And the problem is, and Ethan talks about this, Greg's talked about this on 5 on the Floor, they just don't really take time to understand it. And that's really been the problem for most of the year. And honestly, most of these last 3 years. It's like, it's developmental stories. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Jimmy Butler, his game isn't flashy. How is he really a star? Like, there were tweets about after his 47-point game, like, is he really a superstar? And it's like, look at the shit that we actually jump to. So a lot of it is just, it's corny, it's lazy. And let's be honest, with the Celtics, a lot of people, and I called this out early on Twitter, a lot of my media peers, they love the Celtics. Why?
There's so much I could say.
Various reasons. Because they're from the Northeast. A lot of white dudes love Boston, is what it is. We got 2 white dudes up here that could attest to that, but they don't like Boston, so they can
Tatum is supposed to be second coming of Kobe, so they've been trying to push this Tatum agenda.
They love Tatum. Oh my God, they love him. All right, we have mad people in the chat. I want people to post what do they think the final score is going to be tonight. Predictions before we get out of here. Final scores and Bam stat lines if you want. What would you want to see from Bam today?
You're just getting hella toxic now.
I just want to see what people think Bam's going to do today in terms of stat lines. As somebody who's very, very pro Bam, we have another donation from My Vision. 2 words: free throws. Boston has owned that area. We need early aggression. I think the officials have sort of played into that a little bit, but I do agree.
Miami has never lost 3 home games in the playoffs in the series, and I don't think it's going to happen tonight.
Knock on wood, but I agree.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think about it.
Let's see. Someone said Boston wins 108-63. Jesus Christ. Chris John. Yo, Chris, thank you. I have been waiting for an 88-84, an 82-77, a 83-80, like a fucking ugly ass game that is just a slugfest that everyone who wants pretty fucking basketball complains about on Twitter the whole fucking night. I've been waiting for dog shit offense all playoffs long from both teams, and we've only been getting it from one side. I hope that this shit is in the fucking mud. I want it to be 83 to like 70. Make it old school. That works in Miami's advantage also because that means Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are really not having it going most likely. All right, what else do we have that we could pull? 13-9-4 for Bam. Shit. I would like to see better, but I think I would sign for that. Anybody here? No? Yes?
Go me.
I just want. I need
with elite defense, preferably. Oh, donation here. 113-102, Miami.
Oh, Victor. Okay.
Depot 16 points. Bam 25. I assume
if Victor gets 16 points, it better be in garbage time, and we are in a blowout.
113.
Vic has leveled up though. Like this is a completely new player that we've never seen before. Just his mentality. So I mean, that wouldn't shock me.
113-102 would shock me though. Tony, go ahead. Sorry.
Somebody has to do it. There has to be one of the 5 or 6 role players that you have that create shots to be able to score 12, 14, 16. Somebody has to do it.
And Oladipo, when he has it going, he gets to the line. Not enough guys are doing that on that team besides Jimmy Butler. So if Oladipo gets to the line several times, that's a good thing as well. Vanilla Wafers says Bam, 23 points, 8 boards, 5 assists. I think that would be ideal. I would like for him to go off offensively, even though I'm not anticipating it because of how Boston's defending him. Just because, like in my group chat, it's been a lot of the Bam jokes. And it's like, y'all motherfuckers are smarter than this. Do y'all not watch defense? Y'all be complaining about defense and people not respecting it, and then you want to clown this dude. Like, whatever. Justin Harper says Max Strus dropping 8 threes tonight. I'm telling you, it's like they're due for a Mike Miller game.
We were the best 3-point shooting team in the regular season, and now we're the worst. We are due for lights out, a real white hot night. Like, just shoot them out of the gym. Like
16, 15, 8, and 5. Eric Rodriguez.
I want to see tears on the bench. I want to see crying on this Boston bench.
From Grant Williams.
Facts.
Darren Harris says, wish Victor would look for shooters more and stop dribbling so much. Sean, you pointed at that emphatically. Your thoughts on this?
He's got Wilson tattooed on his right hand, not his left hand, but his right hand. Embedded
Victor Oladipo doesn't lay up.
I'd say left. That, man, but he's played well. But he does. That ball gets sticky when it gets in his hand.
Refused. Like, I was like, he's trying to use his left hand. Man went like this. Man twisted his whole body.
He does that like inside out crossover. Like he's gonna go to his left hand, and like everyone in the gym is like
decided to spin into every move last game. I was just like, did they make a pact that every other possession someone's gonna like do this spin? I can't. We need to stop that because that leads to turnovers.
All right, 3 more minutes. Last questions. Let's get a couple more in before we get out of here. We'll keep this short. Rapid fire. Let's go because we're about to get the fuck out of here. Rome Gray says 4 points per quarter for Bam. All you need an elite defense, 4 points per quarter. That's 16. Yeah, you'll take that. Daniel Brown, Pepas plays 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Only stat that matters. I don't care what the score is. 3 minutes into the fourth is a little early. 3 minutes left.
That's why.
Might be something else. Of Vanilla Wafers. I think Gabe has the Mike Miller game. Just please don't let White be that guy for the Celtics. First of all, White.
Did you guys know that he had a baby recently?
Oh my God. Wow, he's a
dad.
How is he able to wake up and play basketball after?
I don't know.
I was going to say, first of all, when you're talking about the Celtics, White is always that guy. You know what I'm saying? All right, what else we got in the comments? What else do we have in the comments before we get out of here? We only got a minute or so. The Celtics are much better playing 4 guards with Williams. This isn't a series for Horford. He's been trashed the whole series. And that's where Bam's been effective. Like that's the thing with Bam, like the dichotomy. You want him to come around more offensively, but that's sort of is what it is right now. What else?
Dun, 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 dun,
Jimmy Butler triple-double. Triple-double? Anybody here? Do y'all agree with that?
I'm backing that.
He was very close last game.
I could have sworn he got one last game, but he was very close.
Very close. Very close. Let's get a couple more. Tyler Herro will cross up Derek White, make him land on that.
I love it.
Not the Javonte Smart call out.
I mean, I have like a 7 head, so I can't laugh at this.
That is not true.
That man has.
That is not true.
Derek White, Javonte Smart, Stephen A. Smith. Who's got the bigger forehead?
Smart is next level.
I'm not doing this. Justin Harper, 29, 10, and 11 for Jimmy. Deron Harris just wants Bam to please look at the basket. I will say that. Just turn and face. And also with Bam, just quick decisions. Just get the ball and go. If you're not going to go, pass. Like, just quick decisions. Because when he waits, Al Horford, you can't do that against him. All-world defense, he'll get settled in. No, not going to work. All right.
How are you guys getting ready for the game? I'm going for pizza. I getting pizza. They pouring some.
I'm making salmon because I'm a healthy bitch.
I had something last night. Actually, it's pretty good.
I'm gonna listen to music that's gonna be very like
aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm playing DMX. Rest in peace. Like
DMX intro.
Yes.
Después de la playa, Bad Bunny. I'm not doing this.
I also cannot participate in this.
Just mad reckless ass shit. All right, one last comment, Manny, before we get out of here. Make it good. He's real. Bam just needs to be aggressive, take the ball to the hoop, and play with purpose. Mad emojis. I mean, that's what we're saying, right? Play with purpose. Look at the basket, make quick decisions, and look, get after it offensively. Brandon Katz had one also. I guess we'll take that one too. The Celtics have been trash in close games down the stretch, but a lot of their games have been blowouts. It will be interesting to see if Miami can keep the game close. Fuck that. You don't want to keep the game close. It's like we've seen game sevens that just get out of hand, especially when the road team is not firing. So Miami has to get them in the mud, just get enough offense, and shit. I think a lower scoring game is better for them, but if they get guys hot from three, then it is what it is. Final thoughts, Tony.
Bro, give me the game. I want it right now. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give me the game.
Allana, follow that up.
I can't. Let's go.
Sean?
You know what it is? Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. I've been reading the Bible all day. He said there is, from the verse
How
of Riley.
long have you had that sitting there just waiting to go?
The verse Riley said, there is winning and there is misery. There is no misery tonight. Tonight we win. Tonight we advance to the finals. Let's go Heat.
Timmy.
I can feel it
coming in the air.
Woo! I am ready.
I do love that. That's my favorite non-hip-hop song ever, In the Air Tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you to everybody for rocking with us. We got to almost 300 at one point. Game is about to start. If you're on 5 Reasons Sports Network, stay here because pregame is going to go on before floor is about to start in a few minutes. So make sure you go and watch that. We are going to get the fuck out of here. Tony, thank you. Allana, thank you. Don't hide for very long before the next one. Sean, thank you. Listen to Pace and Spaces at halftime. Tony and Sean will probably be there. Sean probably will. Tony is a game time decision. We'll see how it goes. Timmy, take us home because Game 7, we're about to get to it.
Bahamarican Island is still here. We'll be here tomorrow. And I can't wait for this ridiculous land Lebata kind of esque rant that we'll get tomorrow from Brian. Like I want to hear about listen to me like this rant that's gonna happen tomorrow on this network. Hey, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, Game 7. Let's see what happens. Thank you, everybody.